Hi there, my name is Miranda Hinkle, and I am creating a Pechakucha on the design of a high school English course with a focus on personal and cultural identity within young adult literature. In this course, students read a variety of texts that they can apply to their own lives, including fiction, nonfiction, graphic novels, and novels written in verse. The audience of this course will primarily be high school students from freshman to senior year, as the content read in this course can be modified to fit a variety of learners. An additional audience of this course could be other educators who may want to add young adult literature into their own English curriculums to provide students with accessible and relevant text. In this course, we will be reading texts that have been published in the last 10 to 15 years from a diverse set of authors. Young adult literature is fluid, so it's important for the novels used in this course to be flexible to fit students' needs and interests. The text set for this will include LGBTQ+ authors, BIPOC authors, and international texts in order for students to see themselves and others in the curriculum. Recently, many young adult authors have tackled contemporary issues within their novels, unlike many classic novels. These issues need to be explored in adolescence in order for students to become complex thinkers and functional members of society. Exploring critical literacy through young adult literature will give students opportunity and ability to critique and change power structures in their society. This course will approximately take 6 weeks, with students meeting in person every day for an hour and a half. The class time will be focused on time for reading, discussion, and exploring identity, both personal and cultural, through writing. Ideally, by the end of this course, students will have an enriched understanding of how identity shapes their own lives and others. Thematically, this course will focus on the concept of intersecting identities, the idea that no individual is made up of a single identity. Students will explore their own intersecting identities through writing early on in the course. As this course develops, students will apply the concept of intersecting identities to the characters in their novels using a cultural identity chart. In order to provide students with the most choice and engagement, this course will be structured in a build-your-own-course format, with students choosing novels centered around a common theme for that unit. The rationale behind this is inspired by Ngozi Adichie's TED Talk and avoiding potentially dangerous stereotypes that come with a single story. Students will be able to connect their novels through the common theme in that unit. The course will be divided into 3 two-week units centered around a common theme, with the overall theme of the course being intersecting identities. In addition to the overall theme of identity, the 3 additional themes explored in this course are gender and sexuality, international literature and the dangers of a single story, and civil rights and social justice learning. After students have spent some time exploring their own intersecting identity through writing, collaboration, and discussion, they will choose their first novel circulating around the theme of gender and sexuality. It's important that this course tackles the subject first to squash any hostility towards LGBTQ+ youth, a large problem in our nation's schools as seen in the 2013 Glenn survey results. For each thematic unit, students will have a choice between 6 young adult novels that focus on that theme of that unit. For gender and sexuality, the 6 novels cover multiple facets of the LGBTQ+ spectrum, as well as various genres to pique interest of the students and accommodate varied reading levels within the classroom. For their gender and sexuality unit, students will have the choice between the 6 novels, all of which explore gender and identity in unique ways. Every Day by David Levithan, Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Sanchez, Felix Ever After by Kaysen Callender, On a Sunbeam by Tilly Walden, They Both Die at the End by Adam Severia, and Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nagan. In addition to the reading and analysis of these novels, students will draw on their own experiences in order to relate to the characters. Students will also be expected to create an Instagram from the point of the view of a character. They will use this social media persona to interact with the other fictionalized personas in the class, with prompts relating to identity, valuing differences, and acceptance of those who may be different. While the core of this unit is their novels, it's important for this unit to contain works of nonfiction in order for students to understand why we are reading these texts. Periodically, students will explore the resources mentioned to humanize the LGBTQ+ community and to reinforce the idea that one should not expect members of the LGBTQ+ community to teach them. The second unit in this course is International Literature and the Dangers of a Single Story. Students will have the choice between these 6 novels: Patron Saint of Nothing by Randy Rebay, We Are Not From Here by Jenny Torres Sanchez, The Love and Lies of Roshana Ali by Sabrina Khan, Akata Witch by Nadia Akafar, Born a Crime by Trevor Noah, and Persepolis by Mary-Jean Strapp. Students will complete small group presentations related to the cultural norms presented in the novels within this unit prior to reading to help with comprehension. Students will also be expected to complete a cultural awareness log for their text throughout their analysis. To prepare them for this, we will first brainstorm what culture is and is not, and explore Hall's cultural iceberg in depth prior to starting their own in relation to their novel. In addition to the activities and readings, students will also watch Chimanda's Ngozi Adichie's TED Talk, The Danger of a Single Story, as well as find and annotate 2 articles of their own choice that relate to some aspect found in their book. After annotating their article, students will participate in a digital discussion where they explain and discuss their 2 articles in relation to their novel. The third and final unit will focus on civil rights and social justice learning. Students are expected to choose one of the following novels: Internment by Samira Ahmad, The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, Dark Room, a memoir in black and white by Leila Quintero Weaver, All American Boys by Jason Reynolds and Brendan Kelly, Punching the Air by Yusuf Zant and E.B. Zobi, and This Is My America by Kim Johnson. In addition to the reading and analysis of their chosen novel, students will complete a Say Their Name project where they research and create a poster or presentation regarding an individual who has been a victim of civil unrest or police brutality. Students will also participate in a modified privilege walk and watch and complete an analysis of the documentary 13th to examine the U.S. prison system. In order for this course to be successful for all students, the instructor needs to rely on culturally relevant and sustaining pedagogy. By the end of this course, students should feel valued and embrace their own diversified backgrounds, as well as the identity and backgrounds of others. The final assessment of this course focuses on creating a personal narrative in relation to identity. The final assessment for this course will be to have students write a version of their own story focused on their personal and cultural identity. Students will have the option to either write a 3 to 4 page story, create a miniature poetry book with 10 poems, record a podcast, or create a short graphic novel, all centering around the theme of personal and cultural identity.